Everyone have a good time yesterday?
Hell yeah.
Yeah! I think it's going to be even better today because of our mystery speaker and all this great talent that's coming to talk to you today. I was going to give a little 10-minute spiel on how to pull midgets and shit, but I wanted to. I just want to get the show on the road. So let me introduce an up-and-comer in the community from San Diego, Oceanside, I believe.
Ocean Beach.
Ocean Beach. Kino 5000.
Thank you very much, everyone. So yeah, I'm Kino 5000. My real name is Aaron Sobo. I'm originally from Los Angeles. I live in Ocean Beach now. I run a company that does boot camps and one-on-one help called Project Ocean Beach. We do boot camps every 2 weeks. I'm also a DNA instructor for Bad Boy. I'll give you a little bit of my background, right? When I was a kid, I grew up in like kind of a shitty, racist kind of part of town. I kind of didn't grow into my lips until I was about maybe like 22, 23, and I felt just really like ugly. I was kind of looking for a lot of reference experience in life to kind of prove to me that I was ugly or whether I wasn't. I was like really skinny. I say so many times there's such a thin line between whether we're awesome or we think we suck, you know, and it's just in whether we believe in ourselves that we can break through that and pay the cost of redemption. So I got into pickup 8 years ago in 2001 with that David D'Angelo, Double Your Dating, and I've been doing this for about 8 years now. So kind of what you see up here is 8 years of working hard at this. I started lifting weights a long time ago, got like some of my teeth fixed, just really the problems, that I had, the insecurities that I had, instead of putting those in the back of my mind, I really recognized those and worked on those. And I got, core confidence before, I went out and tried to really pull and make a difference. So I just want to give you a little bit of my story so you know who I am and that you don't just think I'm some guy up here who, maybe had like a little bit of success and, thinks he's good looking or some shit and is going to try to, tell you about your life. So for the Same Night Lay convention about 6 weeks ago, I specifically started training for this and just went out to do same night lays. I do a very kind of direct style that's very suited for pulling and same night lays, but I wanted to, I always say that make sure your instructors can still pull. Make sure, that they're still sharp and that they can demonstrate. So, I go out, 6, 7 nights a week and I really stay out there. I feel like it's just like boxing. You can be the best boxer in the world, but if you don't train, you're going to go out there and get knocked out. So I come from the idea that one must, go out a lot, especially in the first, 2 years. I do a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I think they say you don't know Jiu-Jitsu until you've done it 3 days a week for 2 to 3 years. So why give pickup any less respect? It's a gentle art, just like a martial art. And if you don't, get out there and make it happen and try and, stay out there on the bad nights and the good nights, you're not giving the full training to an art that deserves that much respect. So let me get into my notes a little bit. What I want to talk about is the coward and the hero. There's the coward and the hero, they both feel fear. It's not like a hero just goes out there and fear doesn't even enter his mind. The coward feels fear too, but here's the difference. The coward and the hero, they identify with the fear differently and they communicate it differently. Let me explain that. The coward, when he goes into a situation that he's scared of, he thinks of all these past experiences and all these meanings on these experiences. Like, oh, I can't open that set because one time, I opened a set like that and they told me I was fucking ugly and I identify with that, and so they communicate the way that one would communicate that fear is, no, I don't want to open that set. They're just not for me. I'm not a farmer. They're not. But the hero is like, you know what? Fuck it. It's a bad night. I don't like that set, but just gonna make it happen. So in our lives, the difference between being a coward and a hero in so many situations in our life is just so thin. It's just such a thin line between it. So when you're out there, I still, when I walk into a club I've never been to, fuck, I'm a human being. It's scary. But I can choose to identify that with past experiences in my life. You know, that don't mean shit. The past doesn't equal the future, unless you decide it does. That's a conscious decision. Is that, you know, I'm going to identify with this and then I'm going to communicate it like that. So what we have to do is we have to be heroes in the field. I want you to remember that. Hero game as opposed to coward game. You know, the hero, he goes out there and it's just fuck it. He's the one he's not gonna talk about how good his game is or anything. He's not gonna stand in the chode crystal, right? The chode circle and, you know, talk about game or whatever. He just goes out and it's sub-communication, it's non-verbal. The main things with same night lays is there's not too much you can say that's going to get you into the same night lay. There's just things that you can say to blow it. Because if you're a guy who gets same night lays, you look like a guy who gets same night lays to women. It's like it happens to this guy all the time, through his eye contact and you know, he'll say something direct, right? He'll say, you know what, I'm a bad man, I've got bad intentions. And she's gonna say, wow. And then most guys are gonna get scared because she's gonna be so surprised. So she may say, wow. But then if you keep that good eye contact and you smile, it's like, okay, you're direct, I like that. But if you're like, hey, what's up? And you have that kind of entertainer vibe that we know a little bit, you know, kind of that old way of pickup where we go and, you know, we're kind of moving around a lot and everybody's fucking laughing and it may look to a lot of guys that don't pull like we're really getting something done. But, you know, the guys who get laid, if you look at them at the end of the night, you know, always make sure to do that. If you go out at night, you don't pull, look at the guys who are pulling. You ever see a guy walking down the street and he's the entertainer guy and everybody's still laughing? No, it's like a quiet guy who just kind of knows what's up. He's kind of soft-spoken, but he's direct. He knows what he wants. He's not like, look, this is what I want, I'm direct, and I'm here, and I'm gonna fucking take it. He's just like, yo, this is, what's up? You know, he'll smile and he'll like say jokes or whatever, but it doesn't, you know, it's not a big like entertaining thing. So what I'm gonna get into is, if you want the same night lay, you gotta go direct. If you can pull off a same night lay with like indirect, you know, if you can go to a set and say, don't get the wrong idea, I'm gay, and you can pull a same night lay, I'll take your boot camp, and I'd love to see that in action. So you gotta, you know, go up and be direct. Something I want to talk about is there's a sexual revolution going on right now. I don't know if anyone has heard of Lady Gaga, but if you listen to her music, it's empowering women to be more sexual. She's talking about stuff that I talk about in my seminars. You know, more women now are making music like that, and women are more sexual than men. I know we've probably heard this, but a female orgasm lasts 10 seconds on average. A male orgasm lasts 3 seconds. That's a good one for me. You know, like, that's awesome. I want to tell that to the world. I want to tell that to women. That's something I say, you know, to women like in set. I talk about sexually empowered women. So here's the thing. Society has made it so women don't feel right, you know, being the sexual creatures that they are. Society is what makes it like that. To me, this is something that I'll say a lot of times when I'm in set. To a girl that I like, maybe not necessarily to a girl that I'm going to do a same night lay with, because you don't need to talk too much the same night lay. So I'm going to teach you a little bit more about that. But I'll say, you know what? I think it's so fucked up how women can't, you know, like, be in leadership. You know, society has made it to where, you know, women have to have this certain role. I think that's bullshit. That women can't be sexually empowered, that, you know, women can't lead. I think that's bullshit. I remember I was always kind of the big brother with my little sister, and at a certain point she was like 18, 19 years old, I was still being the big brother. But you know what? If she was to be any less sexual than I was, I mean, she's my sister, you know? So I like sexually empowered women, you know? I like a woman who can be direct. I like a woman who knows what she wants. You know, that's what I respect, and I wouldn't expect anything less of my sister or any woman in my life. You see how I just reframed the whole thing? That now it's good to be a sexually empowered woman. You know, this is the way to feel. The thing that I'm going to teach you is I'm not going to teach you any like game that's going to manipulate anything. It's just communicating that you're a bad man, you know, that you're there, you have bad intentions. And it's like how to communicate it. Women are great sexual creatures that, goddamn it, can have orgasms for 10 seconds. So all it is they need to feel comfortable to communicate that. They need to feel comfortable, you know, to be in that situation. One story I'm going to tell is Dana Vespoli is a porn star. She's a friend of mine. Look her up. One time she was talking to me and she said, you know what, you know, sometimes I'm masturbating and I've got a German Shepherd. And like, you know, sometimes you know how, you know, I'll be masturbating, the German Shepherd will just be watching. And like, you know, he's there and he's just like looking at me. And he's just like breathing. And like he has his tongue out. And it's just like, you know, dogs they're like very like dominant, it's very sexy. And like he's just there like desiring me as I'm like masturbating. Just like, and it turns me on so much. It's about 2 years ago and I was like, mystery method canceled. It's like, dude, women are very sexual. You know, if you can really get a woman to be very, you know, very honest and open with you, they have very sexual desires. A lot of women, I say every woman, they're even visually stimulated by some things. And you just have to find it. You know how they say that men are visually stimulated and women are, you know, not visually stimulated? No, women are absolutely visually stimulated. They just have to feel comfortable to communicate that with you. And, you know, you have to bring that out. What is Hypnotica said that seduction is leading astray or something. Eduction is bringing out emotions that are inside. You know, it's like being a leader. And you'll hear this many times in pickup, and especially in modern pickup. You have to be a leader. You have to be a leader in everything. You have to be the guy who picks everything. And your friends say, what are we going to do? You're the guy who says, we're going to fucking go here. You know, when people say, where are we going to eat? You say, we're going to go to Jack in the Box. I'm like, no, we're going to Jack in the Box. Get in the car. You know, always be that guy. Be that guy with women. Be that guy with everyone. Be that guy with your family. Even if that's not who you are. Step up. It's time to, you know, to be that bad man who's going to, you know, who knows what he wants. Who knows his intentions, whether they're bad or not. You know, bad intentions is something I say a lot. We have to go out there. It's not just like fun fucking entertainment time. We're guys, we're going to do magic tricks. You know? No, it's like, we're bad men. You know, we're here to like have sex. We like come together to talk about like having sex with women. You know, I think we should be more like fucking porn stars. You know, than these guys that, you know, just sit around and, you know, are high energy and entertaining in set. So like, here's some verbal stuff that I'll say in set. First of all, when I always open direct, and I love opening with, what's up, you're adorable. I don't usually, I wasn't even trying to come out tonight, but here I am, and I saw you, and now we're here. So how do you deal with the obstacles? This is how I deal with the obstacles. Yo, I think your friend is adorable. Is it cool if I say what's up? Awesome. You could be like our cheerleader. Cool. No, and so I keep it direct, but something I like to say is, I have bad intentions. Awesome. And you have to, it's really about keeping eye contact. If you can't go out and like keep good eye contact, if you can't like keep good eye contact with guys, like first, you need to work on that. You know, like, go ahead.
So the singing will be for mixes?
Absolutely. I'll go into that. You have to keep really good eye contact with everybody, especially in mixed sets. Because let's say you're up and you're talking to the girls in a mixed set, and then you're like talking to the guys. If you're not making good eye contact, they feel like you're totally patronizing them. Everybody knows why the fuck you're there, especially if you go direct. A lot of times I go direct, even if a girl has a boyfriend. And usually what the boyfriend will do is he'll get very reactive, and he'll get pissed off, and he'll say, you know, hey, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, bro, if you're going to beat me up, don't hit me in the nose, because the whole thing will just break right here in front of you, and I'll have no nose. Then usually the girlfriend will be like, because he got all reactive, she's like, I'm sorry to me. Hey, stop it, da-da-da-da-da-da. Then the guy will start buying me shots. That's That's usually, which is still fun, because then I feel bad to sleep with his girlfriend after he bought all these shots. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm not even taking the shots, I'm giving the shots away. But we'll get into that. I only don't have a lot of time, and usually the boot camps and stuff, I'll teach for like 3 hours. So you want to have bad intentions. You want to know your intent when you go out. If you want to have a same night lay, you don't just, this is another thing. A lot of PUAs, they just go out with like, I want something cool to happen tonight. Not like, okay, like, I want to have a same night lay, so these are the logistics that I need to have in order for it to happen. It's just like, well, maybe I'll get a kiss, or maybe I'll get a number, or maybe I'll be in set, or maybe I'll pull, hopefully. That'd be cool. What are we talking about back there? Hey, you back there. What are you talking about over there? I'm a bad man up here. Anyways, so know your core intent when you're going out. Know like what you're there for. Another thing is physical leadership. If you aren't comfortable just touching girls at all, if you haven't overcome that, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I wasn't kind of touchy-feely growing up. Me and my dad, we didn't really hug or whatever. I find it very interesting that I'm called Kino now, because at first I just hated public display of affection. I was just like, what? I don't want to do that, I'll be a bad man behind closed doors. So everyone hasn't taken the week of being the creepy Kino guy in the club, where you just grope everybody. Just overdo things and scale them back. Feel entitled to touch women. It's okay. Even if they're turning you down, it's okay. Feel that entitlement, because you're going to have physical leadership to move somebody anywhere. Most people don't have sex right there in the club in front of their friends. Some girls kiss in front of their friends. Most girls don't. So at some point you're going to have to move her, even maybe to lock in, or just to move. So we're going to have to do some physical leadership. So one that I like that everybody's probably heard of is the claw, where you here, stand up. I'm gonna use, what's your name? Chris. This will be Christina right now. So let's say we're talking or something. I like to just get in here like this, even if it's we're talking and I'm like, come here, happy birthday. It's not your birthday, it's fun anyway. Okay. And then, so you can use this and you can use this to lead around. You can use this to move. Don't overdo it. So don't go in the club and then just be like, no, you're my girlfriend and we're together. Hi everyone. Here, take the marriage photo. Take the prom picture. Nonsense. No. Another cool thing is you can do this. You can do a spin into the claw, and then we're over here. Another one that you can do is locking in. I hate to be standing in the club, talking to someone just right there, in the foreground with everybody watching, it's a rap battle or something. So, anytime that I'm talking, really quickly, I like to just lock in. So I'm leaning against something. So I have the cool dominant body posture, that's going on. I never want a girl to be leaning this way and me to be facing, intersecting body language, because then it looks like I'm trying to get you to like me. So, a lot of times I'll be talking to a girl like, yo, what's up? You're adorable. What are we celebrating here? What are we celebrating, Hydra? What are we celebrating? She'll say, no, I'm like, no, it's your birthday. Where? Oh, it's my birthday. Anyways, I have bad intentions. I want to show you something. Come here. I'll lock in. Oh, okay. So, we can lock in, and I'll to do some touch. We can play thumb war. That's something I'll do a lot of the time, to extract. And I'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare thumb war. Now here's what I've learned from experience. Beat the girl in thumb war. I've tried it. All this stuff is field tested, well approved. Beat the girl in thumb war. Thank you. Another thing for physical leadership is smelling. It's awesome. I know we've all heard that, but a lot of times, I'll go in and give a girl a hug. Any point, you can give a girl a hug, in the set real quickly. Just, what's up? It's Friday. It's a celebration. Come here. You smell good. What is that? Yeah? Boom. One more time. So smelling, it's all physical leadership. You have to touch the girl, right? You probably have to touch her before you have sex with her. The quicker you can touch her, the better. I know there's been some old courses of study that said you had to get like, 4 or 5 IOIs or whatever before, you touch the girl. Bullshit. Let's say like I meet you, right? And we've talked and we've hung out for like a couple days. Then all of a sudden I'm the touchy-feely guy. It's like, oh, what the fuck happened to this guy? Let's say I just like meet you. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm Kino, man. Nice to meet you. So anyways, da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like, okay, this is just a cool, touchy-feely guy. That's cool. So the earlier you can touch her, the better. And that's awesome, right? Because I like to touch women. Who doesn't? Okay, so eye contact. You have to just make killer eye contact. That's like the main thing, is if you can't just make killer ass eye contact with everyone that you talk to, you're not ready to be pulling girls around. Because girls, they're like psychic. It's more important to them. They don't need to know completely why they're not going to sleep with you before they make the decision. They're just like, it's not happening. I had like really good game and lines and stuff before I had really good eye contact. And a lot of times I'd blow it really close to the end. And I'd even tell the girl, I'd be like, what was it? What was it? They're like, I don't know, it's just like something's a little off. I own a nice house, and like, it's badass, it's in Ocean Beach. Everybody knows me in Ocean Beach. If something is like a little bit off, it's just some communication. It's something nonverbal. And communication is 93% nonverbal. I'd say, then therefore, a say nightly is 95% nonverbal. So it's not, I can give you badass lines and stuff, but, if you say like, you know what, it's you and me tonight. I gotta get back to my friends, but all these girls here, I chose you. Okay, that's cool. But if I'm like, you know what, it's me and you tonight. All these girls here, I chose you, so I'm gonna get back to my friends, but that's what's up. That's you gotta be smooth and be able to be low energy. Not like really high energy, delivery, something smooth. Foreplay begins at hello. So, talk to women like you're having sex with them. It's okay. This is kind of how I talk. And it gets a little playful, but I'm not just going to be like in the middle of it. Because this is why. A lot of times I say come in that higher energy. Bullshit. Higher energy is canceled. Come in lower energy. And just like, say what's up and still be fun. Let me tell you why. Because if you come in that high energy, it's like party time, right? Let's dance. Party time is not seduction time. Party time is not, she doesn't feel like, oh man, I just want to fuck so bad right now. When it's like, it's like party time. Some girls, in party time, they may even make out with you. Some girls make out with 5 or 6 guys in a night and go home with, that one guy. Some girls may make out with you in front of their friends, but they probably don't have sex in front of their friends. So, the thing that I'm saying is that entertainer, like party guy vibe, shit, it's gotten me laid before. It may get many guys laid, but not for a same night laid. Because like I said, the guy who's pulling at the end of the night, I've never seen a guy just like, just running the whole set still and everybody laughing and he's pulling all the way home. No, it's like cool, chill guys. One guy that I see a lot in San Diego is Camo back there. Camo's smooth, like chill guy. Like I've never seen him just like fucking doing jumping jacks in a set. Like I see basically a lot of other guys, he's cool, like smooth guy. And for me, I'm a little bit more high energy. Years ago I was doing real, but I've got to take all of that feeling and that passion, man, and I've got to like focus it like a chi. And that's kind of what you got to do when you're in the club and you want to be the sexual guy. And if you see, like, as I'm looking at each one of you guys, like the eye contact, you know what I mean? Same kind of thing, same type of way I look at girls. I couldn't always do that. It just came from practice and going out and paying the cost to be the boss. Breaking rapport. Here's another thing. Okay, so let's say like I'm talking to you or whatever, and I'm the direct guy, and I just like keep talking, and I'm just like right here, and I'm still looking at you. And I just keep talking, and I'm just, It's like I'm Usher, because I'm not like breaking any rapport or anything, I'm just like straight up in the mix, So what you gotta do is you're this cool guy in the club. You got friends there, you got everybody, so when you talk, you're like very direct and everything, but you can definitely take a look around the room, So make good eye contact when you're talking. You can like look down or whatever. But when they're talking, don't necessarily just like keep great eye contact while they're talking. You know, just kind of look around the room. You're a cool guy. Notice your friends and stuff. You know, it's cool. Like if I'm talking to you and you start talking, and I'm into it, but you know, somebody's like talking to me over there, so I kind of start and I'm like, oh yeah, I still listen to you. So a lot of times on the boot camps, I'm always telling the guys, break rapport, because you know they're just talking and they're doing good, but it's not like they have anywhere else to be. I'd say if you're going to use a false time constraint, don't use it in the beginning. Use it more in like the middle. I gotta get out of here, man. My friends are all here, but I wasn't even trying to like say what's up to people, and then I saw you. You're adorable. So, shit, what can we do? Anyways, breaking rapport. It's good stuff. We'll get more into it if I talk to any of you guys more personally. A lot of times if like I'm in a set and I have to get back to my friends, I'll say it's me and you tonight. That's a good one, write that down. Is, you know, I'll be talking, but I gotta get to my friends. I gotta break a little bit of rapport, you know? I get in the club and it's like 10:30 and I'm already like, you're adorable, da 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 da. I don't know if she's ready to be pulled home at 10:30. So a chunk of time between 10:30 and 2 a.m. Usually like the bad attention stuff happens from about 12 on, you know, 11:45, like at the earliest in like San Diego. Yeah, so it's like, you know, you can get back to your friends, you know, just show that leadership, be cool, you know, touch and say stuff like, you know, it's me and you tonight, I gotta get back to my friends, but shit, I wasn't even gonna come here, I'm glad I did. You know, it's kind of false time constraining. Another thing I like to say is, look, I'm here for fun in the moment. I'm just playing it by ear, but I'm here for fun in the moment. I'm really patient. I take what I want. I like to make, you know, good eye contact and, you know, just say direct things. And not just all direct, not just one line after the other one. You know, like direct stuff and then just like laundry list. See, it's like really seductive if I talk about, you know, the other day I raced with my friend and my legs were still tired as hell. And I had a sandwich over there. And anyways, I'm a bad man, you're adorable, what are we doing here? Because I like cookies. You know? So it's like, man, talk about whatever, it's not about that, it's about the outcome, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a laundry list, is you can, you know, I gotta wash a sweatshirt, and some socks. And I'm glad I found you here tonight. That's good shit, man. You're doing a try out there. So, it's gotta, like I said, it's gotta seem like it happens to this man all the time. You know, if you see a good guy in the club, you know, he can probably make out with a chick within a minute. You know, I tell guys, look for that from your instructors, you know, that he can demo stuff like that. You know, like it happens to him all the time. She's gotta feel like she's in imminent danger of you picking her up and taking her out of the club. Like it's a fun, kind of dangerous thing. You know, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm standing here, well, I'm a bad man. We'll probably lift you up over my head. But we're not gonna, you know, it's not like I'm gonna ravage you tonight. You know, so it's just like, you're this fun guy. You never want to be like too fun to where everybody just feels safe. You know, like when girls like hang out with me, I want it to be like kind of dangerous. So, you know, you say stuff like, I'm a bad man. It's good, you know, the guys have been trying it on the boot camps, it's been awesome. I'm gonna do bad things to you, you know, stuff like that. So, okay, when you're talking about stuff, where am I used from? See things with like adjectives. So if you're like talking about your house, you know, say I got, you know, the fire pit of glory, you know, we're gonna check it out. I've got a juice maker deluxe, and we're gonna make some mango juice. You know, see things with like cool adjectives. You know, the temple of desire, you know, the friend of doom. Who is the friend of doom you brought tonight? You know, always put things, you know, seed things at your place, things that you're going to do. You know, like, you know what? I know a burrito place that has the best burritos of glory ever. And I'm going to pick you up in the Chariot. Yes, my Ford Crown Victoria, the Chariot. You know, so make things cool. Make it easier when you're trying to pull later. Because if I'm like, yeah, you know, I've got the living room of glory. So later on, I'm like, you know what? It's adventure time, the living room of glory. Now we're kind of laughing about the place that I'm gonna, you know, sexually just escalate with fury. You know, it's like fun. You know, yeah, we're going to the living room of glory. So then my mom, I'm like, So here's the thing, if you're gonna be closing and it's gonna be like pulling, okay, you gotta plan backwards from the sex. So the sex is probably gonna happen in your bed, right? So have like a nice, great smelling bed that's made. A girl who like just met you, she doesn't want to like come in your room and it smells like, you know, balls or something. Like if she doesn't love you, she doesn't want to kick it in your comforter that smells like your man's sweat. So just have it clean. You know, some girls don't give a fuck, but there's no girl who's gonna be like, you know, I was gonna fuck this guy, but his bed was just too made. You know, there is deal breaker rooms, dude. I'll go in somebody's car and it's like, this is a deal breaker car. What the fuck is going on? You know, so plan. A lot of guys are like, well, I'm not that good at same night lays yet, so, you know, maybe we'll see what happens. No, officially, like, you're all here, you're all on the same night lay team. Before you go out, know where you're going to have sex later. She's probably going to use your bathroom, right? I don't think there's ever a time that where I had sex with a girl before or afterward. At some point, she used my bathroom. So, dude, have a clean toilet. Just like pride, like, so many times I go to people's houses, students' houses, my friends, and I just look at their toilet. It's all, you know, finger paints and ass rocketed and shit. If you wouldn't shit on the floor, you know, nobody wants to see your shit or your dirty piss or anything. Clean your toilet. You know, your whole fucking place can be like messy. Living room can be messy. Everything. Your bedroom, keep it nice and clean. Your toilet, nice and clean. You fucking don't burn some incense. You know what I mean? Like everything, but those things together. You know, because women nest, and it's like they don't want to. They don't want to nest in some bullshit. You shouldn't either. You know, as you, with your entitlement. I saw this one girl, and like she was like a college girl, and had cats in her room, and it was just like messy, like my little sister's room or something growing up. I was just like, man, come on, man. Like, I couldn't pull with a room like this. What the fuck? You know, we stopped kicking it. Seed things in your kitchen. Remember I was talking about the of glory stuff? It's really good when you can seed things that are like inside of your kitchen for some reason. So I was talking about like the juice maker, or even if it's like alcohol or whatever, hookah or something. For some reason, you know, this is all from this experience. A kitchen is very you don't have to say like some gay shit like, oh, we're gonna go home and play Parcheesi. But, you know, stuff in the kitchen it's like still manly and it's not, I just like seating with stuff in the kitchen, so be creative with that. Okay, has anyone ever got a lap dance from a girl? Yeah, it's okay, raise your hand. So let's say, when you got your lap dance, did you just sit down and then the girl just like went and like jumped on top of you and grinded you for 30 minutes? No, right? That might be how I would like to get a lap dance, but that's not how women do it. What I've noticed is women, they kind of rub and then back away as they're doing the dance. And then maybe they you know, get on a little bit more and they kind of back away. And they kind of maybe do something else and then go back and they keep going forward a little bit more and back away a little bit more. You know, it's kind of like in and out. You know, but as men, you know, we want to be more, you know, just all up on us, right? You know what? She's telling you with the lap dance how she wants to be seduced and how women want to be seduced, period. They want just kind of like a rub and a back away. You know, a rub and a back away. So remember when you're doing your direct game, you know, be direct and be, you know, what's up and good. But don't forget with your body language, not with stupid shit that you say. You know, just back away, you know, because if you're just all up on them, you know, just all up on them like from below and just overdoing it, that's not how. As men, we want to be fully desired. You know, I want a woman who's going to like come to my house, she's going to have sex with me however I want. I really like now lately, like I get all sweaty, they rub, like, they like massage me in my own sweat. You know, so usually I'm not like tired, ready to go to sleep like right after sex. You know, I'm a pickup artist, so I'm excited. You know, I want a girl who like stay up with me, you know, pack bowls for me, make me some food. You know, I want to be fully desired. As men, we want to be fully desired, right? We want a woman to just be all about us. Even if we're like, look, I'm not into you anymore, you're too into me, we still would rather be there. That's not how women want to be seduced. That's not how they want to be desired. So a lot of times as men, we forget, and that's where a lot of times we make the mistake, is we fully desire women. Women don't want to be fully desired. They want the rub and the back away. So something that I apply that to everything. So I kiss a lot in clubs. Some guys think that's cool, some guys don't. Yeah, kissing is the quickest way to sway emotions with a girl. And that's good. I want to be emotionally swayed. So the way that I do kisses, a lot of times I'm going to kiss in 20 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. The way that I do that is like I come up and I keep good eye contact, and as we're talking, I look at their lips. And I'll like focus on different parts of them, like the corners of the lips, the top lip and the bottom lip. And she knows it's happening as I'm doing it. But it's like I can't help it. And it's like I'm looking into her lips, I'm moving in a little bit. But as we both notice, I kind of smile and back away. And so like as, we keep talking, like I'll move in a little bit more, almost like I can't help myself. I kind of keep the smile, and then I back away. If she's like still there and into it, so let's say I move forward, and she moves back, because she knows I've already been looking at her lips. She probably doesn't want to kiss. If I move forward, and she doesn't move back, and move forward again, maybe she's even going to move forward a little bit too. Bam! We kiss right there. And it's just like, it's a lot of all the things that they taught in pickup a long time ago, where you say these things for compliance, and all this bullshit, but it's basically all the same thing, it's just all sub-communicated now. It's all nonverbal. So still breaking rapport and compliance and a lot of the good theories that were put into this that I definitely respect. But I felt less empowered with indirect game. With direct game, I feel very empowered. I had real good indirect game for a while, got some good lays, but I didn't feel like this is this powerful thing. Once I got, You're Adorable down, I felt very empowered. Anywhere I went, I was like, what girls are going to be there? Why? You'll see why. Because I got this direct thing that I can use when it's loud. I can use it when it's not loud, when it's quiet, different deal. So remember, lap dance theory, kiss induction. You do that with everything. You can move in and then you can move back. People smile. There are bad people in this town. Just, there's a 4 fucking cop car. Bad people. Make great smelling bed. Another thing, sexually, emotionally swaying music of different tempos. I'll answer afterward. I don't have much time, I'm sorry. Sexually, emotionally swaying music of different tempos. Don't just, here's another thing. Get modern music. I like Hendrix and David Bowie, Pink Floyd and Zeppelin. And when I had a girlfriend, that's all the fuck I listened to. And then I tried to pull a couple 20-year-old girls, 21-year-old girls with my Hendrix and stuff. And that's not what gets them, have music that they're gonna identify with. That's going to make them feel good and sexy. So I love I love the Lady Gaga, and I love, all of that stuff that's going to make them feel good, and then I'll just get different tempos of it. So a fast club song, more slower song, and have it ready. I've blown pulls before where I was on the computer and I was right-clicking to try to put it together, and she knows that I'm trying to put just the ultimate, fucking incense deluxe, if you go in and it's like do 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 do, I've been feeling fine, baby. She's gonna know, let's get it on. She knows. Okay, here's the real important part. When you pull a girl to your home, no friends or roommates around. Social judgment will fuck you. Basically, in the whole pull, winning is canceled. You don't want your friends around. Because let's say your friends are the most awesome guys ever. Chris here is my friend. She gets to know him. They get some rapport. She probably doesn't want to be making loud moaning sounds that Chris could judge her for later. I don't want anyone that could have any sort of social judgment or pressure in the situation. So when you think backwards of your pad and everything, let your friends know, hey, don't, if I bring somebody back, it's not just friend time. Maybe if we hang out a little bit, I'll introduce you, but just kind of leave us alone, thank you. And do that for them. But don't have your friends or your wings around when it's time to close. Social judgment will fuck you. And it's not because they're not cool guys. It's not because they're not awesome guys. It's just because the cooler they are, the more she doesn't want to, you know, be choking on your cock in front of them. And I want a girl who's more worried about choking on my cock than who is going to socially judge her. And I don't mind, you know, saying that. Sorry. Nonverbals, like I said, so important. By the time you're at home, there's nothing you can say that's going to get her in bed. There's only things you can say that are going to blow her. I've talked to many girls that say the main turnoff when they're trying to get a same-night lay is the guy will not shut up. He's trying to DHV about his fucking boat hobby, and she's like, I just want this guy to shut up and fuck me. And he's thinking, I gotta do all of this grounding shit to make her, you know, and that I've got a roommate, you know, I've got women in my life that, you know, have same-night lays all the time. That's what they're about. And they just tell me, like, I'm always just thinking, will this guy shut up and fuck me? You know, coming from honest women. A lot of times if women can put their ego aside, they can judge a situation dispassionately. Because you know what? Men do a lot of stupid shit. And if I wanted to, like, have an ego in there, I'd be like, no, I'm doing shit. But if I put my ego aside and judge it dispassionately, I could definitely talk to a woman about how men do stupid shit. So if you can, talk to women. You know, get women friends in your life. Make them feel empowered about being sexual and find out a little bit about how they work. There's a book called The Sexual Bible for Women. I talk about it so much I should start selling the thing myself. It's a big, beautiful book. Women like to look at it. Really gives you an idea about sexually empowered women to really get in that frame that women like to have sex. It's crazy, right? They never taught us this. Women really, really, really like to have sex. Okay, so has anybody seen like the bad boy moves and stuff, you know, where he pulls and does like twists and all kind of crazy things? You know, like I learned all those like really well and I can like teach them. They take like a little while. But once you're in your house, very good to like do those. A lot of times a girl will be like sitting down or something in my house and I put my hand down, I pick her up and like, you know, lead her. Or like we'll be in my house and I'll do some cool spin, you know, to a kiss or something in my house. A lot of times in field, very hard to calibrate those things to feel. But have like some smooth, you know, ways that you touch women when you're back at your house. So push her against the wall for makeouts, you know. Like women like that, where you know you push them like against the wall. That one's on me. Where you push her against the wall, you know, and you make out with her. Here's what you do: is a lot of times, what do? We make out, then we touch boobs, then we go back to making out, then we touch her hips, then we go back to the boobs, then we touch the pussy. Then it's just a big fucking mess. When you're here and you're pushing her against the wall, take your knee and like put it in between, you know, and put pressure on her vagina. When you're like playing with a vagina at first, don't like be trying to, you're not a DJ. You know, like just put like some pressure there. You know, you're a man. So use your knee, or if you're like, if a girl's on your bed, you know, kind of mount her. The thing I teach from, I call it the mount. Like mount her and put your knee in between her legs. Use your knee or thigh to play with her pussy. If you're going to say anything, identity-steeped conversation about yourself, but mainly have identity-steeped art that communicates your identity in your room. So when she thinks, what's this guy about? Oh, he's a boxer. There's a big giant thing of Muhammad Ali right there. You know, a lot of times I'll go to PUA's houses or something, white walls. You know, like that's the end thing. It's all white walls. So have, you know, stuff that's going to communicate your identity so you don't have to talk about it a bunch. Because remember, in the same night lay, if you have to talk about it a bunch, you're fucked. Okay, one of the last things, and then I'm going to just go over 2 things in troubleshooting, 2 more minutes. One thing I like to say is, I use a lot of NLP and teach that today, but I'll say, I don't know if you know what it feels like to just be completely comfortable and have a badass time. That's what I like. That's one thing that I'll say. Take her hand and put it on your cock. In order for her to get wet, she has to feel like she's turning you on. It really turns on women. That's why a lot of women become porn stars, that men are just getting so turned on by them. A lot of times we just think we need to be doing everything to them. You know, and that we're going to turn them on. We're going to use so much white tiger tantra that they're going to just be so in love or whatever. No, they need to feel like they're turning you on. You know, so once you put the knee in, take her hand and put it on your cock. She'll like that. It's good stuff. She'll thank you for that later. Girls, they thank me for how direct I am. I say, thank you for being direct. So many guys aren't anymore. You know, I'll pick a girl, I do this thing where I pick a girl up over my head. 2 girls I've done it to were like, thank you. You know, because most guys, they're not this bad, that doesn't happen in their life, but they just get pulled by this bad man. A girl told me this week, she said, my uncle asked where I've been. She said, I got kidnapped by a bad man, is what I told her. LMR tactics, really quickly. Be cool with not getting laid. You know, if a girl says, you know, we're going too fast. It's okay, you know, I get laid, we don't have to. 2, go to sleep in her face. A lot of times a girl's like, not tonight. I'm just like, okay, good night. I don't know if anybody's ever fell asleep on you, but it kind of gets you more horny. You're just like, you know, there's times where I fell asleep early and I woke up, my girl was masturbating next to me. Awesome. Play breathy guitar. I don't know if anybody can play guitar. If not, fucking learn. Because you're like, okay, it's cool, baby. I'm just gonna play a little guitar. Breathy guitar. I know a girl. I just make up the words at that point. Side of my world, or just whatever, just as breathy as you can. You know, I don't know why girls just like, oh, I thought, now since you're John Mayer, I'll fuck you. It baffles me, fuck. Use empathy to feel like she's not ready, and get LMR first. You know, this girl's not gonna fuck me. You know what? We just met. It's awesome. And one thing I want to tell you is, this is what I told a girl who told me, she just kept telling me, you know what, I need a lot of trust before I have sex. I'm not like every other girl. I said, you know what? Every girl says that. That's what every girl says. And I don't want every girl. I want that girl. Just like you want that guy. And that's why we're here. So remember that. This LMR, how every girl says, I don't want to be like every other girl. Every lame, normal girl does that. Being sexually empowered is something that I think is awesome. I'm not just bullshitting. I think that's awesome if a girl can just like take what she wants. So go out there and be a bad man. If there's anything you learn here, I want it to be bad intentions and just being a bad man. This isn't playtime. This is same night leg. You know, this isn't how do we open. This isn't how do we entertain. How do we just stay in set. This is like, it's sex time. We're gonna like be bad acts. Instead of like opening and stuff, we should be talking about, you know, sex. You know, I did this and girl came all over the place. You know, that's what we're here for. So guys, thank you. I know I talked longer than I was supposed to. Thank you very much. You guys have been an awesome audience.